Alright guys, what is going on? Match reaction. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1, and Manchester United get a huge win. It's a big win. It is a big win this for Ruben Amorim. I said at the start of the watch along, anything. I don't care about performance as long as we win. And that is exactly what we've done. We've won the game. I didn't care if we play amazing. I don't care if we play bad. Just win. And that's what we've done. It's a big win. It's a big win for Ruben Amorim. The pressure is on him. The pressure is on Amorim. At the minute, he is under serious heat by a lot of the Manchester United fan base. I'm one of them fans who think he deserves more time because I think sacking the manager does absolutely nothing. And that's shown over the last 10 plus years. But, it was a very eventful game. Very eventful game. I mean, the rain, it was absolutely lashing it down at Old Trafford this evening. I don't really think the rain helped the game. I mean, the pitch kind of became waterlogged a little bit, to be honest. I mean, these Premier League pitches, though, now have a great drainage system. But even, didn't really matter. There was still so much water on that pitch. It was difficult for the players tonight. But, I'm just so glad we've won the game. I'm so glad we've won the game. We're now on 7 points. 7 points from 15. Listen, it's not great, but, I looked at the fixtures, right? I look at fixtures. Arsenal at home, opening game of the season. Most people would have expected us to lose, and we did lose. Fulham next, away. Tough game, Craven Cottage, Fulham, an established Premier League club. Probably should have won. Bruno missed a penalty. We get a 1-1 draw. Not terrible. Not terrible. Burnley, at home, expected a win, and we did win. Just about 3-2 right in the end. Manchester City, I was expecting a defeat, especially going to the Etihad, and we got battered 3-0. But I actually thought we would win this game tonight, and we did win it. So the results this season, I've kind of expected, maybe apart from the Fulham one, because I thought we could maybe beat Fulham, but we didn't beat Fulham. So I've expected these results this season. Yes, I know the football isn't the best, but it's the players. The players need to adapt. The players need to adapt. For Chelsea, 2 losses in a row. Obviously, lost midweek to Bayern Munich. I believe they drew to Brentford as well in their last Premier League game, Chelsea. So, not the result Chelsea would have wanted tonight. I mean, Chelsea fans were probably optimistic about winning this game tonight. Obviously, they haven't won it, and we have, which is amazing. But yeah, let's talk about everything that happened because we've got quite a bit of stuff to go through. So in the opening 5 minutes, Chelsea get a red card. Robert Sanchez, the goalkeeper for Chelsea, getting shown a red. It's just a long ball up by Indy, and Sesko wins the flick on, and Mbeumo runs onto it, and Mbeumo knocks it past Sanchez. Sanchez takes Mbeumo out. And it's a clear red. I mean, Sanchez doesn't even complain to the referee. He knows it's a red card. And Chelsea down to 10 men, opening 5 minutes. The worst possible start for Chelsea. But then it was about, can United take advantage of this? Chelsea made a lot of substitutions. I mean, it was a little bit bizarre, to be honest, the subs by Maresca tonight. He basically took off all his attackers except for João Pedro. He took off Neto, he took off Palmer, he took off Esteban. Very bizarre by Maresca, because I actually do think if he would have kept maybe 2 or 1 of them on the pitch, Chelsea would have got something out of this game tonight. But leaving João Pedro up top by himself didn't work. He needed more support, João Pedro, which he just didn't get. So a bit of a weird one by Maresca. But yeah, going back to it, can United ram home the advantage at home? Early red for Chelsea, and we do. We take the lead inside the 14th minute. Bruno Fernandes with the goal. Just a cross into the box, and it's headed back across the box. I think it's by Dorgu. I'm not too sure who heads it back across, but Bruno stretches for it, gets there ahead of the goalkeeper, and sticks it into the net. There was a question of offside. VAR checked it, and the goal got given. Bruno's foot or feet were basically onside, so the goal gets given, and United take a 1-0 lead. And I was saying in the watch along, right, we've got the lead now, which is good, but we need to go and get a second. Because if we get a second, I think it's game over and it kills the game. And we do get a second in the 37th minute. It took a little bit of time, but in the 37th minute, Casemiro making it 2-0 for Manchester United. Again, another cross into the box. This time, Chelsea actually, I think, get it cleared, but the clearance just goes straight up into the air. Luke Shaw comes running onto it, heads it to the back post for Casemiro. Again, there was questions of offside, but Reece James was playing Casemiro onside, much more clearer, that one, than the Bruno one. And yeah, Casemiro couldn't really miss, to be honest. And United 2-0 up. And, this point, we're cruising to a 3 points. We're cruising 2-0 up at Old Trafford, Chelsea down to 10 men. And then what does Casemiro do? Right on half-time, he goes and gets himself a red card as well, showing a second yellow card. Casemiro can have no complaints. Casemiro, no complaints. Both fouls are yellow cards. I don't know what he's doing, Casemiro. One of our most experienced players in the team does that. I just don't understand him. And thankfully for him, it didn't come back to bite us, thankfully. Just stupid from Casemiro. And in the second half, it was all Chelsea, really. It was a poor second half by Manchester United. We were really holding on, to be honest, where if Casemiro hadn't have got sent off, I think we would have dominated that second half. But yeah, Chelsea were by far the better team in that second half, and they did manage to get a goal in the 80th minute. Chalobah with the header, another cross. I mean, we just love conceding crosses, don't we? Unbelievable. Cross comes in, I think it's by Reece James. It's a good leap by Chalobah. No one's even marking him. Just bizarre again. The marking by Manchester United. Bayern's got absolutely no chance. And then, it's squeaky bum time for the last 10 minutes plus injury time. But thankfully, we managed to hold on. A win is all that mattered tonight. It didn't matter how we got it. Can we now build some momentum? Who knows? I think these next 2 games are winnable. Brentford away, Sunderland at home. They're winnable. If we can win them 2 games, amazing. I don't think we will, though, however. But yeah, it's a massive win for United. It's a massive win. I could not imagine the amount of heat that Amorim would have had on him if we would have, thrown that game away and drew. But thankfully we managed to hold on. We showed good character at the end. But I mean, it is concerning that second half that we kind of just let Chelsea dominate us. With a home team, we had 10v10. I think we had to take it against Chelsea. But ultimately, in the end, it didn't matter. We get the 3 points, Chelsea get 0. And both teams move on to next weekend. But guys, let me know in the comments, your thoughts on the match. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll catch you later.